Hey guys, today is Saturday, December the 2nd of 2023, and it's that time of the month where we go over uranium spot price and also take a glance at uranium futures. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So I wanted to show you one thing here in regards to the uranium futures. Let's see if I can find that. So from all the data we gathered from UX2, there was a high of 2007 of like $110. If you take that high and do a move from that high to this low that we made in 2016, and then anchor it out into the future, that low, that takes you roughly around August of 2025. So you want to put that on a little sticky note or put it on your trading platform as time to watch. Can this continue going up to there? Yeah, because it's an actually measured move from here to here. So this is like a technical analysis nugget for you. If you're definitely, a hardcore uranium, you want to keep this time frame. And once we get there, if it's checking along higher, if it tests these highs and continues pushing higher around this time frame, that's just something for you to be aware of. Let's get this off. So I went ahead and, I put a mark there. I'm going to go back to my regular chart, which is the weekly. And you can see, let's open this up a little more. November was the 7th year cycle, one again's number. And you can see that it's just exploded. This is November right here. In the week of the 13th, got this big volume, and it's just keep going. It's just not stop. It's not looking back. It's just going. So what can from here of 81.75, you're all the way straight to 110, but there are some levels here. And the most important thing is that we made it to the midpoint, which is 77. That was my second target. I thought it was going to kind of stall here, go sideways, and chop around, but it is not doing that. It is still going higher and pushing higher. So whatever that means that it wants to go higher. Let's add our fib retracement levels, and I'm anchoring from 2 swing points, and there's 2 important ones here, is the 87 and the 93.30. So targets using the futures, I have 3. I have the 87, 61.8. I have the 93.30, which is another 61.8. And then using one of Gann's theory, which is natural numbers, natural resistance number, I have 90. So I got 3 right here. And I want to see how uranium spot price, once it gets to this one, and then see if it gets to 90 and see if it gets to 93.30. See what happens there. Another thing that you probably, I don't know if I have time. I want to stay too long with uranium futures, but you could, let's see, maybe go to the monthly chart and see when this open. Was it, what was the price? 89. It opened at 89. So the first price that it opened in, 89, which is close to 90. So yeah, so that makes sense. You want to keep an eye on 89, 90. 90 is a natural resistance number, according to Gann. So I just want to leave it there. But so far, it's going good. And these are the new targets. And we are past the midpoint. So now we're like, it's just a matter of just the time of it testing the highs. So let's go now to our uranium spot price chart and see what's cooking there. Okay, so this is a uranium spot price, and I'm looking at the Elliot wave count. So we got a wave 5, we got 1, 2, working on a 3, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, building up into a 3, and that's somewhere around 94, 90-ish, pretty much around the 90-ish, 94, around there, and then probably pull back for a wave 4, if that plays out, and then a wave 5. Projection wave 5s are 103, 26, all the way to 124, 44-ish, around there. Another thing to look at would be some targets I have with the MOB. You can see we had our first one here and it pierced it. And now this is going in the future. That's once we take out, so we take baby steps. Once we take out 137, this is another projection target. Anywhere between 176, the midpoint is 183, which makes sense. 180, another resistance point, natural number. And then you got 189. So this is way into the future. We first got to take out this high. But so far we hit this target. And we take that off and then put our Gann fans. This is one that I'm watching. You're going to see it on these other charts I'm going to show you. This angle right here, the 1x4. We're getting close to that. So I want to see how price action reacts once we get there. Another thing also to notice is that the Stokes are getting a little toppy here. Once we get this little black line start showing, not that it's the top, but that it just gets very, very toppy, very overextended. So I keep an eye on that, which makes sense. If this is a wave 3, using the Elliot wave theory, there should be a little pullback or a little sideways action, or a little wave 4, and then do this wave 5. I don't know, maybe into December, January, I don't know, but that's what the Elliot wave is indicating. Let's go to our next clip. Okay, so this is more of a geometry. I got two platforms I use to analyze stocks. So this is our what we call Gann speed lines. And you can see that we're already at the half point, which is 77.36. The 3/4 level will be 106.79. So that's another possible target. And so far, it's chugging along very well. So that would be another, realistic target, the 3/4. Let's go to our next chart here. This is retracement. So you guys, I already went over this, the 61.8 retracements, which is 91.25. And we already know that 90 is a natural resistance number. So that's very possible to kiss that. And then maybe kind of go sideways or stall, or maybe just continue pushing higher. And if it does, you got the 78.6 retracement, which is 111. Let's go to our next one. The Andrews pitchfork, you see that we're already back in the game, so that is good, and it is strong. And you see this box here? There's a line, and then it ends here. That's a measured move from this here to here. So there's a date here that you want to keep an eye on, and that's somewhere around April the 30th of 2026. I think on my other chart earlier in the video, I think it was August or something like that. So keep an eye on that. I don't know if there's a difference or it's just calculating it different, but yeah, this one's indicating somewhere, because this is a monthly chart. Yeah, it says monthly, so somewhere around April, March, April of 2026. Keep an eye on that. So far we're going good. It's looking good there. We're in the angle above it, so that's good. Now, when you take the Andrews pitchfork and adjust it by 50%, there's an angle right here, which is 50% right here. And I want to see what's going to happen. That's somewhere, I can't give you the price, but it's somewhere around here. Once we get there, we'll see. Let's go to the next one. This is a Dewey cycle. I'm just kind of back testing this. I just want to see what's going to happen here. And so far, what is this peak? Somewhere around November this month. Yep. This cycle peaked and it goes down. It looks like for the whole year of 2024. And it bottoms somewhere around February 28th of 2025. And then the cycle goes up. So we'll see. I'm just keeping it on my radar, just watching it. Want to see how it plays out. And that's an average. This Dewey cycle right here is an average of all these cycles right here. So no need to be alarmed. I'm just kind of seeing, back testing some things. I like to back test a lot of stuff. And I think we're back to square one. This is the Gann speed lines. Yep, and we went over all this. Okay, so I got two more clips to show you here. This is one that I just kind of used more time elements into this charting system. I'm pretty much tracking time from different pivot points. And you can see right now, we're at 81.25 from the high, 16 years and change. from the Fukushima high. That's 666 weeks. Ooh, the number of the beast. Watch out. Never take that number. Never take that number. All right, so I digress. Sorry. I get in a tangent there. Fukushima high was a 65. And I was watching that, and now we're into like 666 weeks, and it's still chugging along. And from the low, we almost kissing the 7-year cycle, according to this 6.998. I'm sure by next month it'll probably be 7 years in, and then 84 months. So I'm tracking two things, and this is one of Gann's number, 84 months. I got to look at his courses, but yeah, that number rings a bell in regards to months. He said, watch the 84th month, which I think it believes it ties into the 7-year cycle. So this is why I'm watching this to see what's going to happen here. And then the next clip will be watching the geometry side of it on a scale chart. So we'll look at that, see how that's playing out. Another thing to note is that the 50 SMA has crossed over the 200. The last time that happened was around 2005, around there of March. The 50 crossed over the 200, and then it dipped somewhere around to 2016, and now we're above it again. So there's a lot of strength. There's a lot of Momo here. This is very explosive right here if you look at that in detail. And also, taking out the Fukushima high was very important. Because from here, you got this pivot over here, which already blew right through it. You got this pivot up here, which is somewhere around 90-ish, 93 maybe. And then you got the all-time high, which is 136 and change. The RSI has taken out its hump high here of, what was that, 2021, October the 27th. It's above it. You're above all these. Let's see. Yep, you're above all these. The next one you will have to take out will be this level right over here. And then you just get flushed against the wall right here. And that happened here when this massive explosion to the upside. I mean, what do you think? You think we're going to get this kind of move now? It's interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if it's going to play out like this. I mean, I don't know what the catalyst is that is pushing it so strong and into the year. But, you know, there's like a bull rally going on here with the markets, the dollar selling off. There's a lot of things going on. It doesn't surprise me, or a lot of things that doesn't even make sense. So you just got to follow price action. Price action is king. Another thing is the computer neural net. Let's see what it forecasted and see how that's playing out. So it was saying a peak here, pulled back, pop, and then pull back down. And so far from here, it just went higher. And it ignored that, and now we're at another area where it could probably pull back here to December, and then kind of chop around January. And then there's another one coming here on March. So that's January, skip February, then March, and then a pop-up. So far, it's not playing well here. Let's see what happens between November and December to see if anything matches there. But so far, that's what the neural net computer has been forecasting, and so far it's off right now. So let's go to our last clip, which is the most important one, I think, is the geometry, and let's look at what that's saying. Okay, so this is the last clip right here. We're gonna fly through some of these indicators. This is a 45-degree scale chart, so this is more on the geometry side. And right here, you can see this is a 60, 45, this is a 30. So this is the one I want to keep an eye on, and that's somewhere, depending where we hit in regards to time, somewhere around 84-ish and change. So I want to see if we could penetrate that 30-degree angle. Next one is from the low. We penetrated the 1x2, so that's good. Positive, bullish. We're above the 45 degree from this low of 2016, and we're about to kiss the 30-degree angle, which is up here. Fibonacci ellipse. You probably not have to be worried about this. This is a date to keep an eye on for April of 2025. That's way in the future. Pitchforks. I went through it through the other chart. Parallel lines. This is one you want to keep an eye on. Somewhere around 87-ish. We're not there yet. I rated the retracements, advance, support resistance level. One that I had as a target was 81.77. We're very close. We're 81.25. From here, there's open air to the all-time high. The next one I have is from these pivot, and it's 96.98. And we're very far away from that one. Using scoring the range, this is open air until we hit a level of 87, 83. And also you want to keep an eye that the square ends on April of 2024. And we enter a new square. So this whole thing shifts over and creates another one for levels of resistance, supports, and angles and timing points. This is the big one. This is from this scoring the range from the low to this high. And you can see we have open air until we kiss this angle. And so far we're not there yet. And that's around 85-ish, but it all depends when we kiss it in time. But the level you want to watch right here will be the 87, 83. This level right here. And this is the percentage from the low to where we're at currently right now. And I have a Fourier that I'm watching, and there's a crossover coming in, I guess somewhere around December. But nothing to be alarmed about, just watching it, back testing some things. Lastly, is the square. I haven't shown this here, but I figure I'll show it to you guys. Let's hide this here. So we're 81, right? You got 81. This is a level of, could be support, could be resistance right now. And from here, the next level will be 86, which would be the zero line. I think this is a 315 degree. This is the 270. So we at the 315 degree. And then from here, we go up, will be 86, would be the zero line. And then 90, a natural resistance number 91 would be the 45. So this would be an area that I'll be watching to see if uranium spot price stalls. And then to our surprise, our high was around 135, 136. You don't know exactly, but somewhere in that ballpark, you can see that we line up exactly between 92 and 93. So these are realistic targets with, you know, price has happened in the past. So this little square right here of 92, 93 could be achievable, but could also stall also. Because we're right under 35 and 136, the all-time high. And 18, I think 18 and change was the low in 2016. And I think, if my memory is right, $7 and change was like the super low, somewhere around here. $7 and something. So, yeah. So you would do is watch out for 85 for the 7. 18 would be the 87 with the 18 right here. So you'll keep an eye on 87. You'll keep an eye on 85. And then you will keep an eye on 92 and 93 from the 135 or 136. It fluctuates. Some people have 135 as the all-time high, 136. But in that ballpark, 92, 93 levels you want to keep an eye on uranium spot price. I think that's it for me. Hopefully this was informative. I'm still holding on to my uranium stocks. I got UEC. I got Uranium Royalty. I have DNN. And is there another one I'm forgetting? Can't remember. And I'm watching Cameco, and Cameco hit 45, fluctuating between 45, 46, 45, somewhere around here. I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm watching CAP, Kazatomprom. That's a hard word to say, Kazatomprom. Watching their price action. Says a few things. You know, the market is going up, is bullish. How long it's going to last, I don't know. 2024 is going to be interesting. But anyway, I don't want to take too much of your time. Hopefully you find this video informative, and we'll look at next year. I mean, not next year, next month, December. December closed, and look at spot price and see where we're at there. So I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the uranium spot price.